What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? And in today's video, we are going to be reacting to Stephen A. Smith's top 5 point guards if Chris Paul wins the title. I'm guessing this is all time. Now, this video was showing up a lot of my recommended, and some of you guys were even telling me to react to this video. Now, if you know me, I am not a big First Take guy at all. I actually hate watching First Take. I hate watching any of those shows. First Take, Undisputed, First Things First. I can't stand them. I just can't physically watch them. It's painful for me to watch those videos or those talk shows because you know why. You know why. And Stephen A. Smith as an analyst, I also dislike. I like Stephen A. Smith as a person. Seems like a really cool dude and like deserves where he should be at. I just can't watch him or listen to him talk about sports because he's a casual. He's a casual that has to, like, put on the entertainment, the facade to say, or to get ratings and to get people talking about him because that's what drives ESPN money, and I don't blame him. He's great at it, and he's a millionaire. He makes like $8 million a year. He's great at it. I just can't really listen to him in that, but we are going to be reacting to this video because it's only 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I think I can handle that. If you guys do enjoy these videos, feel free to drop a thumbs up. I'm going to be agreeing or disagreeing with his list, and then at the end of the video, I'll give my top 5 point guards of all time. So, this is if Chris Paul wins the title. Let's get into it.
You know what time it is. It's time for this segment. It's Steven's A-list. I've listed some of the top point guards in the history of the NBA. Max, I want you to listen closely to me, Max Kellerman. I want you to listen closely. This is not just about resume. Resume has something to do with it, but it's also how you run a team. It's floor generalship. It's leadership. The impact you have on others, not just yourself. So we gonna go to number 5 on the list. Give it to me right here. CP3. Number 5 all time. I know he doesn't have a title. Damn it, he's only been in one conference title game. But everywhere he goes, teams get better. We understand he's a miniature dynamo. He's a floor general. He's an extension of the coach, okay? He's that cerebral with a J, with handle, with superb passing ability, decision making. Obviously has him right there. I got him number 5 all time. Why do I not have him number 4? You know why. It's right here. Give it to me. Isaiah Thomas, that's why. CP3.
So, since there's already Chris Paul and Isaiah Thomas, I'm thinking that Steve Nash is definitely left off this list. Right? Steve Nash? Yeah. Now, John Stockton might be left off this list. The way this is going. So, let's keep watching.
Doesn't have a national title in college.
Neither of those guys have
doesn't
rings.
have 2 NBA titles in the history of basketball.
Because if I have to guess number 3, it's Curry or Big O.
Beating Jordan along the way on numerous occasions. Beating Bird, beating Magic. CP3 doesn't have that on his resume. Isaiah Thomas does. By the way, Isaiah Thomas is top 2 to the one and only Michael Jordan. He once said that to me a long time ago. I never forgot that. Let's go to number 3 on the list, please. Give it to me, the great one. Oscar Robertson, 1961-62. Only person to average a triple-double before Russell Westbrook made it an ordinary thing. Oscar Robertson did that. A career 25-point per game scorer, a career 9.5 assists per game scorer, a champion in 1971 with the Milwaukee Bucks, by the way, a 6'5" point guard who could rebound, who could assist, who could pass, who could score. The great Oscar Robertson belongs on any all-time great point guard list.
Okay, yeah, so he leaves off, well, I wouldn't even consider Kidd. The only guys that he leaves off that I'd be like, okay, you have the glove, but I don't think I would put the glove in top 5. This, it's really Nash and Stockton that he's going to leave off because if Stockton makes top 2, then no way he has Stockton because he's going to have Curry at 2 and he's going to have Magic Johnson at 1 or vice versa. You might have Curry at 1 and Magic Johnson at 2. I don't know. It's Stephen A. But I mean, it's tough because Chris Paul at this moment does not have a ring. He could be the favorite to go to the finals in the West, but he'll have to beat Philly or Milwaukee or Brooklyn, which will be tough. Like, definitely their toughest test yet. Well, I guess LA, you know what I mean. So, I mean, Chris Paul can definitely get a ring, and once he does, he has more rings than Stockton. He has more rings than Steve Nash, which could put him above those guys. So let's see who he has at 2.
Top 3, of course. Why can I not give him top 2?
I'd have Curry
because
at 2
I'm not that old. That's why I'm in this modern generation. And I know what this man right here does. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter God ever created. Oh, by the way, his movement without the basketball compromises defenses extraordinarily well because they've got their head on a swivel, wondering where he's at, that he's opening up opportunities for so many other people. From the point guard spot, him affecting a defense, the way that he affects the defense is why you got to put Steph Curry top 2 all time.
Where is their studio, like on the water? Is it in Florida or I guess it might be LA or is it New York City? I'm not sure. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know why I'm so curious and I'm focused on this. So it is currently located in, Manhattan, New York City, Pier 17. There's the pier. Okay. So
At the point guard spot. But we cannot ever put somebody number one unless their name is Magic. The great one himself, Irvin Magic Johnson, a 5-time champion, a man that went to 9 NBA finals, who dominated the 80s. I'm talking about Showtime coming to LA. I'm talking about making a fast break popular. He had Max Kellerman getting on his treadmill or his elliptical machine, for crying out loud, because he said, I want to run and I want to fill a break whenever I want to play the game of basketball. Magic Johnson had us doing that. Magic Johnson made fast break layups in vogue. Magic Johnson made the no-look passes special. I know the Bob Cousy's of the world and others, but the Rick Barrys of the world and so many others.
I didn't
no-look passes.
think of Rick Barry or Bob Cousy.
Pete Maravich's of the world and guys like that. But Irvin Magic Johnson, when you think point guards, you think about him first. These are my top 5 point guards of all time. Period.
Hold it right there. Hold it right
Yes,
there.
let's go.
Stay right
Let's
there.
go.
I just want to know. This is your point guard list.
My point guard. My point
Correct.
guard.
So floor generalship, whatever that means.
That's right.
Like, this is your point guard list.
This is for me.
I just want to be very clear about it.
Yes.
It's perfect. I can't even argue. It's perfect.
Thank you very much. Take it away, Matt. Take it away. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there and point to the perfection, Matt.
The only thing I can say, the only argument I can make is if you want to talk about LeBron James or James Harden, but I know you're not thinking of them like point guards. Magic is number 1. You could argue a little bit here. If Chris Paul wins a chip, he's a perfect point guard. Only thing he doesn't have is size. Otherwise, he does everything perfectly. I can't argue it. But Isaiah got 2 chips. You can't put him over Isaiah. Not only are those 5 the right 5, they're in the right order. I give it up when I give it up.
Okay, I agree if Chris Paul wins a title. Okay, so even Max agreed, yeah. If Chris Paul wins a title, this would be my list too, I think, because he would go over the guys on the bubble. For me, Steve Nash and John Stockton. At this current moment, though, if Chris Paul... Well, it's looking like they will go to the conference finals and they will beat the Denver Nuggets. We'll see if they go to the NBA finals, because that could change this a lot. But if Chris Paul wins an NBA title, that would be my list too. I agree with Stephen A. I like the Magic, Curry, Oscar, IT 1 through 4. Now 5, yeah, like I said, Chris Paul wins a title, he's 5. If he doesn't, I still think I'm a fan of Steve Nash at 5. Maybe I'm a little bit biased though, because Steve Nash is like... Well, maybe I am, because but him and Chris Paul are like my 2 favorite players of all time. Like, watching them play. Them 2, Celtics, Rondo, are basically the 3 players I love the most while watching basketball. So, I don't think I'm too biased because I love Chris Paul too. In favor of Steve Nash. I just think what Steve Nash did as an efficient scorer, how he led those Suns teams and made Amari Stoudemire so much better, and guys like Sean Marion and Andrew Barbosa and Raja Bell and Marcin Gortat and just kind of those random guys. But Chris Paul, he makes everybody better too. You look at what he's done in Houston, New Orleans, OKC, Phoenix. Everyone's been saying that this year. You look at other teams he goes to, they kind of pull up to being one of the better teams in the Western Conference. So, yeah, I can't really disagree with Stephen A. I didn't know if he was going to pull anything crazy out like Colin Cowherd would. But, yeah, this is respectable. And if he doesn't win a chip, I'd probably have Steve Nash number 5. So let me know down below who your top 5 point guards are all time. And if you want to leave like an asterisk if CP wins a title, if he doesn't, down below. If you think even if he doesn't win a title, he's still number 5 and he's better than Stockton or Nash. I mean, Nash never went to a finals, but Stockton did. So, hey, you could say that. Nash does have a Western Conference ring under his belt, and Paul could at the end of this year. So, yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed by dropping a thumbs up. Let me know down below who your top 5 point guards of all time are, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.